Both California and New York are planning to raise minimum wage to $15 an hour. News 8's Madeline O'Neill joins us to tell us how the local economy may be affected if our state were to follow this trend.
Lisa, right now minimum wage is $7.25 in Wisconsin. Experts say there are pros and cons to raising the minimum wage, and a local business says it would bring a lot of changes.
It's great atmosphere, great place to work.
Polito's pizza manager Josh Harkey is in the pizza business.
We do pizza by the slice. It's New York style.
But there's one thing Polito's Pizza doesn't have in common with New York.
$7.50 starting.
Both New York and California are planning to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, a change Harkey said would be difficult to keep up with as a small business.
Definitely increase the price of our pizza and then probably have to cut hours from other people.
I think for small businesses, I think they try to figure out ways to improve the productivity of those employees. And figure out ways oftentimes of economizing on the number of hours and number of employees they need.
The UW La Crosse Chair of Economics Department, Taggart Brooks, says raising the minimum wage has pros and cons.
I think that there are people who will see their wages rise, and for them it's a positive thing. I think there's also a concern about businesses not being able to afford that increase and therefore having to cut back on employment.
Brooks says recent research suggests the loss of jobs with increasing the minimum wage is not as great as economists once thought. But it's uncharted territory for a statewide hike to $15. And to make it work, changing slowly is the way to go.
Having some phase-in is really important, particularly when you're making such a large change. It allows everybody to sort of gradually adopt to that new rate.
Maybe implementing a dollar here, a year, see how it goes, would be a little easier. I don't know if it'd be great for us, but I think that would be more helpful.
When I spoke to Professor Brooks, he mentioned that when raising the minimum wage, it is important to keep in mind that you should go slowly and it affects urban and rural areas differently.
So how does California and New York plan to roll this in?
Right, well, they're both doing it a little differently. They're both phasing it in slowly. But New York in particular is looking at going more slowly for rural areas, and they're giving more leeway to small businesses.
All right, thank you so much for that information.